Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for continuing to take my course. I cannot tell you how much it means to me to share this information with you. And I'm really excited about today because I'm going to be introducing you to an app that saved me time, money, and a lot of stress when it comes to finding graphic designers who can consistently make me patterns to use for my merch. Now, before we jump into the app, I just want to give you a good example of where we're headed with this, right? The whole idea of having merch that very much reflects you as an artist is starting from the ground up. So, something that we've learned is like what? We went and got a photo shoot, we created all these images. I'm a musician, so a lot of my merch is centered around my music. And let's go into an example of that. On my website, you can see that right now my album is for sale. And if you look at my album itself, as we scroll down, I created what looks a lot like a logo, right? I simplified a lot of the elements that were the cover art and just pulled it and manipulated it and created what looks like now a cover art. Then I took those elements and I created this logo. And now I use this logo to create my merch. And in my merch, you can still find the elements of this logo, right? It's just a guy in a circle spinning around, which is pretty great. Even the actual bags themselves say the names of the album, right? You want to create a familiarity so that when people find you on the internet, let's say, that they know you are the same person. If I were to post about something right now, like my merch today, which I do, and you can see in my profile picture, it's the same image as the logo itself, then when you come to my website, like, oh, I'm super interested in what this guy has to show, this is what you'll find. You'll find the same image as my profile picture. You'll see the symbol in my actual name. You'll see it down here in all this merch. And that creates a familiarity throughout the entire sales process so that nobody questions if they're in the right place. And that's really important when it comes to converting sales. And that's why your merch has to reflect who you are. That is why creating merch like this is so important because you're going to be able to see more support from your fans if they know they're buying it from you. Cool? All right. Enough of that. Let's get into the app that helps you do this. Boom. Welcome to the Rapper app. We're actually going to boom. Here we are. This is the Repper app. It's their home screen. You can see it. It looks very lovely, nice and simple. We're going to start the app so you can see what it looks like from the inside, and we can go through all the little details about it. Okay? All right, now we're in the dashboard of the Repper app. As you can see, there are little tabs, which are actual the projects that I've created already within the Repper app. So these are a couple of albums and singles that I've put out in the last few years that I was creating merch for. But I actually am in need of new merch for some songs that I never created patterns for. So we're going to take this as an opportunity to do that together and familiarize you with this whole pattern creating process. So let's do it this way. We're going to go back to my website. I'm going to go to my blog and I'm going to find a song that I know I don't have merch for. And that song is definitely The Running Man. And in this blog, I have a video from my YouTube about it. I have a little article that I wrote. And at the bottom, I like to include the merch for that song. But as you can see, it's my Other Side of Stupid merch, which is my album that I'm currently putting out. And that's not really relevant to this song. I don't think it's going to produce as many sales if I have my album here instead of the actual song. So I want to swap this out. But in order for me to do that, I got to make the merch. So let's go back to, let's see, the Repper app. Now, I already make my album art, as you know. So let's go back to the whole idea of using my cover art, right? So I use my cover art to create my merch. And this song actually does have cover art, and it's in my program, Canva, which if you want to know more about Canva, there's another video where we go over this. But for now, you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm going to my album art section. I make all my album art on Canva. It just creates consistency. It puts me in control, saves me money. and I'm going to find the Running Man's album art. It's going to be here. This cool. Now, once again, I don't need everything here. I just need a few elements. So I'm going to get rid of all this extra words, some of those extra boxes. I'm going to take this person. I'm going to like blow him up in size. And then I'm actually going to change his color to white because the program works a lot better with two colors that are very different. So black and white, great way to go. Now I already downloaded this image in preparation for this video, so I'm just going to jump over to Repr and just click on the editor. Open an editor. Right here, give me the option to upload the image. I can actually change it still if I wanted to, but same button to upload. So once it's in there, upload it. And when you're in the actual dashboard, this is what you're going to see, right? To your left is a control panel that has a lot of buttons. And to the right is like a viewing window that shows you what you're manipulating. Now, the first thing I want you guys to start out becoming familiar with are these little drag bars. You see these? I want you to drag these all the way across so that it completely encompasses the whole video. What these are like the sides of a window, and you're opening and closing that window when you adjust these. So for now, what I like to do is put the whole image inside that window so that the program knows to manipulate the whole image and not just part of it. Now, before I go over the dashboard and I go over all the details of what all these little symbols mean and how we manipulate this, I just want to say thank you for getting this far in the video. I want to suggest that you get this far, upload your album art into the program, and once you do this, or whatever images you want to use, move on to the next video, and we'll go over how to manipulate the images in that program to create patterns. Okay? Thank you, and talk to you soon.